So we are live. Yes, indeed we are. We are live then. So good evening, everyone, to the penultimate round of what has been quite an enduring ARC ALMS series. The penultimate round of this championship, and we're heading to you live at Laguna Seca for tonight's race. I am Savvy, as always, and supposed to be joining me in the booth was a relatively newcomer into the commentating booth, Orloz, but he's not shown up yet. So yeah, that's interesting there. Inman's in the chat. They're saying hi. There he is. Is he actually in the lobby? Oh, he is in the lobby. Okay, right, okay. Just about to say, this is only for the P1s and for the GTC class for tonight. That's enough of looking at Alex there. Let's have a look at Rascal, the Spa winner here. Mermaid in the chat saying, hola, how you doing, Mermaid? Any chance to find where Orloz is? Because he's my co-commentator and he should be here. So anyways, like I says, this is the this is the penultimate round, like I says, of this championship. The penultimate round also for the P1s and for the GTCs. And we'll give you the points then after 2 weeks ago what happened at Brands Hatch, I think it was. So like I says, Goofy from 2 weeks ago won the championship. He's now on 104 points. He is unbeatable. The Furious 2 on 80. Maryland on 71, Original J-Boy on 70, Why Not Sean 46, Techno Guy 42 and Goofy 22 in the GT class there. Dominguez sort of, I thought he said, oh, there's Orloz finally. Just about in the nick of time there too. Anyway, just talk about the GT class there. Dominguez with 5 wins out of 5, and he is got a 20-point advantage over Crow. And Alex Gaiman on 64, who didn't attend Brands. Antibiotic, who also didn't attend. Dar 47, Wiley 38. All is in the booth now with me on 30, and Robo on 28. But we're paying attention, like I says, to the P1s. And here's a newcomer to this one, Boris Boehm. He is relatively new, as La Bomba's just having a spin there, coming out of the corkscrew. Good capture there. So anyway, like I says, P1 class standings as it is. Inman on 79, Larasco on 73. Charles looks like, I don't think he's going to be racing again tonight, on 57. La Bomba on 34. Jerry Bear, is Jerry Bear racing with us? Looks like he's not, unfortunately. So Jerry Bear on 26, Harlex on 19, Kofi on 14, as well as Law, and Danik, the new guy who is in here. There he is, sponsoring. Looks like a greyish, like a Raven West livery on 10 point. Oh, can you hear me?
I do hear you. Yes.
Also, I mean, we've got 7 people watching. Can anyone hear Orloz in this chat?
Hello, I will be commentating, or trying my shot at commentating today.
Yeah.
Am I joining the... Okay, I see.
You just joined Thunder Pigs lobby. There you go.
Gotcha.
Anybody say can you actually hear them in the chat? Oh, okay, Mammy said we can hear them. That's good then. Anyway, GTC class, Thunder Pig leads the way on 79. He could win the title if Baldy 1 messes up. GW Gurnell on 60, Fubar 57, WR Metcalf 36, San Zebra 28, and Slimmy Cam on 19. I want to have a look then because I do like San Zebra's livery. So then, Orloz then, Laguna Seca, what do you think of this track then? Have you had some success around here?
I've had a little bit during like the real little daily races. Nothing major, but it is a very tricky track. It is a quite tricky track. It's so narrow, and if you go on the grass or the gravel, even a little bit, that could be your race, potentially.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, just about to get qualified on the way. There's not really a lot of overtaking opportunities around here, because, like he says, with the track being so narrow, and, you know, the P1s, this will probably feel like a go-kart track to them.
Exactly. In GT cars, it's already hard enough. I can only imagine what it is in the LMP1 class.
Oh, well, we will find out very soon anyway. So I think qualifying is going to get underway, which indeed it is. I always forget it's 5 minutes long. I think it is. So out goes Inman. Looks like he's going to be the first to come out on the track. Van der Pik says go, go, go. So qualifying is underway. And there you can see, looking at Inman trying to weave the tyres in. So let's have a look at the drivers then in this field. In the P1s, we've got Inman, then Law, who's already lost it. So that's a bit of a rookie mistake there from Law.
Maybe he's letting the traffic get ahead of him, perhaps.
Oh, he's off again.
No.
And he's got smacked by the baldy one. Wow. So Law's having a very difficult time trying to get underway there. Van der Pik goes by. Boris also goes by. I don't think Garnell's going to go by as well. So problems already for Law on qualifying. That's not good. Van der Pik moves out of the way, and again Law goes off again.
Law is just, maybe he's I don't know.
He hasn't been drinking alcohol,
maybe he feels a little bit rushed, potentially. I'm not sure. He
might be drinking. He's quite well known for drinking, actually. So I don't know. Dear me, that was quite embarrassing.
Well, Inman's about to start his lap now.
Just coming out of the last turn there. We've only got 11 turns out of here. Not really a lot of overtaking opportunities here. You can see the corner that he's coming to now. It's right on board
he's
there.
He's going through turn Inman. 1, and then he goes through the real turn 1.
Yeah, the Andretti hairpin. That's a good place to overtake someone. And then into turn 3.
Into turn 3.
Mm-hmm. Go on, you go for the track map. Go on.
All right. On to turn 4. Passing the penalty burn line, but this is just qualifying, so it doesn't really matter that much. Then on to turn 5. Nice and easy. Go a little bit wide, but not too wide. On to 6. Lift a little bit, not completely. Oh,
nearly
he saved it.
Yeah,
now on to the Raha straight. 7, 8, through the corkscrew. Nicely done. All right, ran a curve. Then on to turn 10, all the way to the left-hand side, brake a little bit, then get back on the power, use all of the curb, brake for 11, and then just gun it. Try not to spin, though, and it will be a 1:09.5.
I think that was fast what they did in practice. So that was the Orlo's onboard camera there with Inman of a track map. There is one corner that we have to look out for, and that is turn 6, the one up the Rayhole straightaway, because there's a nasty sausage curve, and that will definitely get cars go off the track. We've seen it many times before in previous ARC races that cars will hit that curve and they'll go careering off on that straightaway. So here's a look then at Boris Boehm, the new guy, second fastest already. So the rookie doing a fine job already in his debut. La Bomba in third, known as a qualifying expert, but still having a solid third place. Hallex just making like a couple of appearances in this championship, sits fourth place. That's turn 6 that we were on about. And now into the corkscrew goes Hallex, a full second behind Inman too. Let's see how he makes his way out of the corkscrew. Is he purple? Went into rainy curve, and he just is by just less than a tenth of a second. Robocop is saying hello. Wiley's in the chat. Tetra guy's also in the chat there. Alex went a little wide out of turn 10. Nearly losing the rear. Now into turn 11. The tight corner. May get a toe out of Inman. No, he's too far back to get a toe from Inman. But will that mistake out of turn 10 has cost Alex the pole position? It might have done, actually. But he's lost a lot of time. But he's up to third place, though. Danik in 6th. Rascal in 7th. And that's not good for his championship, considering that Inman is provisionally on the pole right now. Got Baldy, one that's leading in the GTC class in 8th, and he's half a second ahead of Van der Pik, which is making his way out of the corkscrew. Fubar in a 10th place in that rather colourful band, looks like BMWs. It's got a Muse band livery there too, that's quite nice there. Garnell, who was very good around Tsukuba last time we saw, sponsoring quite a patriotic looking livery for him. And then 12th place is
Baldy coming up to the line now.
Yeah, coming up to the line, yeah. Zanzibar 13th place, and Slimmy Cam, welcome back Slimmy Cam, and now he's down there in last place. But the problem is these cars have now got Law to just that are just behind them. Law sitting in 5th place, having those huge moments in the opening minutes as they've qualified.
15 seconds, Inman's going to get another lap. Boris may not get another lap though. Alice is going to get another lap.
Hallex has gone to second, and he is just a 10th slower than Inman. And again, Hallex and Inman, they two had their battles in the past around this track. Rather argy-bargy, so to speak, in the GR3s. But looks like it's going to be the Inman-Alex battle yet again. As I think I can't
he's running into traffic. Oh, he's done.
I can't mind if it's 5 minutes or is it 8 minutes. I can't mind. I honestly, genuinely can't mind. Anyway, Rascal goes second, 16 thousandths ahead of Alex, but only like 3/4 of a tenth slower than Inman. Oh, in fact, he's gone off. Yeah, so it was 5 minutes there. So Rascal putting his car on the front row of the grid, and it's all down to Alex.
So Thunderpig's still going for a lap.
All right, let's ride on board them with Thunderpig. He's just coming out at turn 11. Now let's see what he can do. He's got to find half a second. The curb. He's got to find half a second on the body one. Can he do it?
Yes, 3/10.
He found 3/10,
but it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough to get Baldy on the pole. So it will be Baldy and Thunderpig on the front row. Fubar looks like he is going to be third, unless anyone improvements does. Slimmy Cam goes to 4th fastest in the class. Just about 1/4 of a second slower than Fubar's time. Let's have a look then at Zanzibar. He's just crossed the line. Improves to 23.7.
16 thousandths faster, I think it was.
Someone just went quicker there, I think. Oh no, it was Thunderpig. Sorry, Thunderpig there just went into the lobby chat there. So I think looks like everyone has done their qualifying time. So we'll go to the live timing so you can see for yourself. Inman will start on the pole, Rascal in second, the top two of the championship on the front row. Alex third, Boris Bowen, rookie, first time racer here, solid effort there to be just about over 2/10 slower than Inman. Then you got 5th place Law, La Bomba in 6th. We were disappointed by that. Danik in 7th for the last of the P1s class. Then in the poles in the GTC class is the body one. Fubar, Thunderpig is second. Then Fubar is third. Slimmy in 4th. Zanzibar in 5th. Garnell in 6th. And WR Metcalf will start dead last on the grid. So there, all Oz. Rascal saying hello there from to you. That was from Rascal. And Lemmy's in the chat.
Hello, Rascal.
Yeah. Lemmy,
how are you guys doing today?
Yeah. So normally I give out predictions. So who do you think will win in both classes?
This race. I don't like to choose favorites. But I think for P1, I would have to say La Rascal, and I guess in GT Challenge, it would have to be Thunderpig.
Okay.
They are both pretty fast drivers I've seen from my experience racing in this series, although I don't do too good in it. But, yeah.
I was just about to say, because you've done a couple of races in this, haven't you? You tried Spa.
I have, and I tried Spa.
Yeah.
I had a really good start in Spa. I have okay starts sometimes, and then it just hits the fan. But from everyone else, I have a lot of respect for all these drivers here, new and the ones who've been racing since the start of the series or since the start of the community. They're all pretty fast drivers, and you know, if you're fast, that's all it takes to be number one.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I was just looking at the pole man Inman, because going back to Lago Maggiore, that exciting race there, and with the incident between yourself and Inman, well, not really yourself, it wasn't really your fault, but what was it from your perspective just to see Inman close up right there, if you could remember that incident?
From Maggiore?
Yeah. That must have been quite scary to look in your mirror just it was fly.
It was really, oh my goodness. Because I was overtaken at that spot at least 3 times prior, and every time I had moved to the left, so I thought if I moved to the left again, because that's what I've been doing since the start, that it wouldn't cause a problem. Just to find out that he had gone straight off, and I guess I confused him, and I'm really sorry for that.
No, you don't need to. No, you don't need to apologise for that at all. No, because you're racing for your own battle. They have to move around you, so it wasn't really your fault there.
Right.
It's always the P1s, the faster guys. They have to find a way by the slower guys. You know, they don't need to move out the way because you've got your own battle as well. So you know, that's all.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then I think the next race, I can't remember what the next race was. Please remind me.
You tried Spa, didn't you? But I don't think you
I
made it
did
in
try
the main
Spa.
event, unfortunately.
Yeah. I liked the first few minutes of Spa, and then I just lost it. I don't have lost it. And then after I lost it, I tried to keep my head down, but I cracked under pressure twice. So
yeah. Oh well. It's just these things happen, and hopefully you'll learn from it. I'm presuming that you're going to be racing in the finale at Monza, yeah?
yes, that's the intention.
Yeah.
I hope that
at
Monza will probably be better than the rest of the season has been, because I really do, even though it hasn't been that well results wise, I have enjoyed racing here when I have been in the race. It's really fun to race against multi-class people, different skill ceilings. It's just, I don't know how to describe it other than the fact that it's fun. It's very fun. It is very fun. It's very competitive. It's very nice to see other people battling for even a little bit of points. Even if you're not really in championship contention, it's still fun just to race in general. And that's probably the reason why I love this game.
And I think I've said this a few times here, but I think we're going to, after this, we're going to have more championships in the ARC soon. We've got this World Cup thing that's going to be happening. I think it's like 16 teams will be battling out in a knockout competition, so that's going to be looking forward to it as well. I know I keep saying this because I'm quite excited for this one as well, that the BTCC's series is going to be happening very soon. So looking forward to seeing that, see Baldy and myself's creation, see how that will fare out there. Actually, we'll have a look then at Boris here, because Boris, first time in this championship, 4th fastest. That's a really solid effort there from Boris.
He hasn't raced before?
No, I think this is his first time. His very first race at the ARC, and he's 4th quickest in the P1.
Interesting. So that's very impressive.
Yeah, how do you think he'll fare then? Do you think the nerves will get the better of him, or will he just settle, do his own race? And there, he just hits up turn 6 there. That's the corner I was mentioning about, turn 6. You just don't want to hit that sausage curb there.
You see, a lot of people, they think the corkscrew is very easy, but it's the corner right before. That's the corner that throws a lot of people off, and they just mess up completely, myself included. But if you take it right, there's a fast line you could take through it. If you take it right, you save so much time, and you can gain so much time.
Just looking again at the chat there, Matteo saying Slimmy for the win. That would be a huge shout out there for Slimmy to get the win. In fact, all of them are just going into the pits then just to change their tyres. So for those that are new, that are into this championship or just watching this, the P1s, they will only have one set of softs to their name. The GTC classes will have 2 sets of softs to their name. And I think bearing on this track alone, I don't think they need to go into the medium tyres at all. There's the GTC class there. So just looking then at Slimmy Cam, who's going to be starting 3rd in the GTC class, and already some pressure from Matteo, predicting him for the win. Wiley saying Fubar for the win. Yup Nub saying win for the win. And also this is going to be intriguing as well. So race starts in 31.
Okay, that's 2 minutes from now.
Yeah, from 2 minutes away. I'll be looking forward to see this battle then with Rascal and Inman, the top 2 in the championship. Only 6 points separating them, so Rascal wants to get ahead of Inman or finish ahead of Inman come the finale at Monza next week. As Rascal can't spell stock, unfortunately.
Stick check.
Stick check,
I think I need to...
Hang on, I've got to say something. There we go. Right, let's have a look further down through the field. Then Law's going to start 5th. That's also when you get an ARC as well, the banter that we have for each other too.
You've got to love it.
What about, oh, La Bomba's had a huge moment out of the corkscrew. Dear me, La Bomba's been spinning all over the place. Dear me, La Bomba at his home track too. Pressure's already getting to him. I bet you what, he'll be disappointed starting 6th, because like I said, he's been known to be a qualifying expert, and yeah, I mean, that's always been one of La Bomba's strong suits, is qualifying, but race pace, it's just, it's not been the same for La Bomba, unfortunately. And I mean, he is still a very good driver. He just got to get his, you know, racing strategy or strategic all sorted here. So, what do you think?
I think he'll do a lot better in the race. I know I wouldn't want to start from 6 on the grid, but if you can just keep your head down, focus, don't do anything erratic, and you should be fine. You should be fine. He might even go up a few places, but who knows? Anything can happen in this race.
So this is just a stuck check. Let's just hope that everyone gets off the line. Hopefully they don't want to have a repeat of Season 3 of the GR3s when cars were just literally stuck. So the P1s have got underway very well. What about the GR3s? So they're going to get off the line. They'll take about 15 seconds or so to get moving.
Yep, they're moving. Oh, one is moving.
Yeah,
oh, they're all good. All good.
Yeah, but all good. Right, okay, so everyone's all good. Tell you what else is going to be another thing for the P1's minds is patience when they're trying to weave their way through the traffic as well, with this being, as you say, a narrow track. So patience is definitely a virtue for these P1 drivers.
Indeed. Driving this track, I've never driven this track in multi-class, but I have driven it when it was a daily race several times. Lapping traffic, it could be a little bit difficult, I will say, given how narrow this track is and just how much dirt there is, and there's not really much margin for error. If you mess up, if you go too wide, you will probably ruin your race.
And we've seen La Bomba do that on a couple of occasions, so hopefully he won't do that in the race. There's a look then at Danik making his second race start in the P1s. He qualified his way into the St. Croix race, I think it was like nearly a month ago. So it'll be interesting to see what Danik will do. Hopefully he will gain that bit more experience driving this car and see if he can work his way through the field. And now as the field will go into double file formation. Looks like now let's have a look then at the the GTCs. And they look all nice and tidy through there. Looks like they're all well behaved there. Wesley Metcalf saying there last to last challenge. Oh, I was gonna say last to last. Yeah. Well, you never know. You might have it. This might be your favourite racetrack, or you might do well here. It'll just be interesting to see how you do around here. So this is a little bit of a practice race here. Oh my goodness me, that's a mess, La Bomba. GDB, look at this. Thank goodness it's only just a stuck check thing. Let's see how the GTC class boys then are doing. Looks like it's more well behaved. Wow, Fubar with a big look.
Oh, someone has spun. It was Fubar. He spun. He was nudged off by, I think it was Thunderpig. I think it was Thunderpig.
Good board in the chat there. Wiley say battle with Baldy Thunder should be good. So close. Yeah, it will be. Yeah, Baldy and Thunder. They're pretty much to be at even in terms of race pace, so that would be quite good as well. Top 2 in the championship as well at that, but Baldy has to finish ahead of Thunderbig so he can go closer towards the championship come Monza next week. So P1's across the line, all nice and fine. And here is a look then, we're just waiting for the GTC sent across the line. And then hopefully we should get this race underway. I forgot to mention now. So we'll have a look then at the tyre strategies then when it's officially the start of the race. So here comes the GTC to cross the line. I'm quite intrigued to see the battle with Zanzibar, Gurnell, Metcalf, and Fubar as well, because as obviously Thunder Pig and the Baldy one are, no disrespect to the others, but they're in a bit of a league of their own at the moment, with them two just running away with the championship. But it's going to be interesting to see who's going to get that third spot between Zanzibar, Fubar, Metcalf, Garnell, and Slimmy as well. What about you? What do you think about that?
I'm honestly more interested to watch the GTC class as much as I should be watching the P1 class. I like watching the slower cars drive, but it could go either way. It could be Fubar, it could be Thunderpig. It could go generally either way. I have no clue. I guess we have to wait until the race starts. Yeah, which I think it was about to start.
I hope so. Hopefully we're not going to wait like another 5 minutes or so for it to start. So 60 minutes around here. Again, the P1s will lead the way. Then 15 seconds later, the GTC class will have their own start. So you've already predicted your winners. I'm gonna sit on the fence again because I always do. Looks like a lot of drivers then going for the medium tyres. Now, obviously the P1s will go mediums because they want to get the slow tyres out the way first. Law wants to go to the toilet. lovely stuff there. That's nice there. Interesting that Baldy's going for mediums for the start there. It looks like he's going to be the only one. Yeah, it looks like he's... Does he know that he's going to start on mediums, or is this a plan? Because to me, it looks like all the other GTC boys are going to be starting on the softs. And they do have 2 sets of softs. So
I think the strategy for most of the GTC class people, start on softs, go onto mediums, go back onto the softs.
Oh, it could be a one-stop, because... I mean, we've seen it before in these cars that you can go one stop and you can just go to softs. You don't need to race on the medium tyres. It's there.
That is true.
Yeah, that is there for, like, an option. But I'm quite intrigued. Is anyone else in the GTs going to start on mediums? Let's have a look then. Thunder Pig's on softs. Metcalf's on softs. Fubar's on mediums. Oh, Halleck's is... Oh, everyone's left the room.
The lobby has just crashed.
Oh dear. Well, that's a good start. This was not in the script. Oh dear. Well, that's embarrassing.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, that's... Boris had tagged me in the chat.
Okay.
For his delivery that I made for him a while back. I need to publish that.
Oh, okay. Oh, we'll go back to the main menu then. So, yeah, we do apologise for this then. Yeah, F in the chat for polyphony there, yeah, definitely. Stupid polyphony. Hopefully this is not going to be an issue when the new GT7 game comes out, which it was announced, wasn't it, early this week? Was it not 7th of March, 22nd of March, isn't it? Have you not heard about that?
I heard it was announced... I think it was the quote-unquote planned release is the 22nd of March. And it's going to be on release for PS5 and PS4, so that's good news for me.
Good news for me as well, yeah. The thing that I'm quite intrigued about is, can you still watch people, or you could race with guys that are on the PS5?
I think you can. I think that's what people have been doing, but I'm not entirely sure. I think... Some of my friends, they have a PS5 and they race on their PS5 while I'm on my PS4. So I think you can. I think it is PS4, PS5 compatible.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be nice. Right, so the lobby is back up then, and we will get the 60-minute race underway. So before we talk about the race, how did you get to know about ARC?
I'm trying to remember. I had a friend, but I don't remember his name.
I was going to say, can you remember what his name was, but you said you can't remember.
I'm looking at my friends list. Friends. I don't want to say it was Bodette, but it might have been. Huh, okay.
Have you lost him?
I lost him.
So
maybe he tagged me at one point.
Oh. Oh, maybe you just said you got it off a friend, so...
Yeah, he invited me. Well, I saw, and I asked him, what is ARC? He was like, he just sent me an invite, and I was like, oh, okay. So I passed the rookie series, and then I got busy with school, and then I started racing here.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what it's all about. Like, if you want to get yourself involved in this, and stick checks again, yeah. Yeah, if you want to get yourself involved in this, you know, the link will be in the description in this live. I am hopeless at explaining things. I'm sorry, but see, when it comes to explaining stuff, my dyslexia gets the better of me. It really, really does. There's a link in the description. You click on that, get yourself involved. You know, Mermaid will give you a kiss on the lips or whatever, as always, by meeting new people and what have you. If you want to get yourself racing involved in this Spy series, you know, you get through a couple of rookie races. If you pass the test, you're eligible to compete in any other racing that's out there. We've got races done on, I think, like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Bye-bye, Lombomba. Oh, that's a big off there. And again, turn 6 as well. He hit the sausage curve, just like I was saying.
You think he's having a drink?
I think he's had plenty more drinks as I think he's had way too many drinks there. Anyway, like I was saying there, you get through a couple of rookie races. If you pass the test there, you'll be more than welcome to enter in any other racing that they'll do, because like I said, they'll race on a Monday, Tuesday. If you want to get yourself involved in this championship, you know, you're more than welcome to. And like with what Boris has done, wherever he is, somewhere. And yeah, that's it, you know. The world's your oyster.
So I have found a person who invited me. I don't think he's here anymore. He doesn't seem to be in the server. But his name was Tavenstall. Does it sound familiar?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yes. He used to be, every now and then I would just join a Group 3 lobby on, like, just regular lobbies. And he would be a regular with some of my friends, and I asked him what is ARC, and he sent me an invite to the server, and now I'm here.
Oh, well. Yeah, I miss Stephen. Yeah, I think he's a father now, isn't he?
I think he is, yes.
Yeah, Stephen. Yeah, I was saying he was like, I think what season he was going to compete in, was it season 3? And I was going to rate him because he was a driver that was getting a lot better. And then obviously he became a father, and he took time away from GT Sport to be a father. So, you know, all the best to Stephen, and hope he's doing well in that. Looking at the chat then, Lawson, you miss me, baby? No. Wiley saying, what's for dinner tonight, Savvy? Oh, I don't know. Whatever you want, Wiley, I'll probably cook it and I'll probably eat it. Baby said you know of a kid with the lip emoji. No, I know. Yeah, I know what. Yeah, but let me go onto the screen here because I was going to be counted out here. No, I was still looking at the chat. Yeah, I know he did do a couple of TVTs and he was very good in that, but didn't compete in the GT3s because he was said a father at the time, which is a shame. Like, but yeah, we missed Stephen. It'd be nice to see him back. So we go then the second of the stick checks, and. Hopefully everyone will be all fine like it was the first time. And then when all 14 drivers are good to go, we'll get the 60-minute race underway. What about in terms of liveries? What do you think is the more standout livery for you?
I don't think it's here today, but I think there was... Oh, it is here. La Bamba's livery. La Bamba's livery, yeah. I really liked.
I like that livery too. Yeah, that looks really nice.
I think Inman has changed his livery a few times. I could be lying, though.
I think no,
but it's
Inman's had that
very
livery since the beginning.
okay. I'm lying. Halix's livery is very nice. It's very French.
It is, yeah. It does, yeah. It is very French, yeah.
But I think my favorite is either La Bamba's or Alex's.
Oh, Alice's okay then, yeah.
The Jaguar livery is very nice.
Yeah, I like the Jaguar. Oh, Boris had moving out the corkscrew.
Like, he did a really good job on it, but it just doesn't sit right with me morally because it's a Peugeot and not a Jaguar. But we don't get into that.
No, we won't get into that at all. No, I like Lost livery. I like to see the colour green in any field. Like, I want to see like a lot of red, yellow, green and blue. But that's me being very picky anyways. Right, so the P1s made their way out of there. See where the GTs are. They're just coming out of the corkscrew there now. Oh, front of pig. What about the GTCs then? What do you think would be your favourite liveries out of that then?
I'm liking Thunder Pigs a lot. It's very, it's got a lot going on. Not in a bad way. It's white on the front with two different, I guess, sponsor types.
Yeah, quite a lot, isn't it?
Flubar's delivery is pretty nice. Who's this?
Zanzibar.
No. Metcalf. His livery is nice. I like his livery.
Metcalf does do some fine liveries.
Did he make that?
I think he did. Yeah. I mean, I remember when we did the Clios, he did a couple of liveries, and they looked quite nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, really hot there. So Rascal won a little stick check. Hopefully that will be a little bit of a reminder of him and say, this is, not your race. I'm here as well.
As the car leaves the pits for the race to start.
Mm-hmm. Bolly just saying in the chat as we go as one group. I don't think we do, don't we? I don't think we do.
McCaff says he did make delivery. That's top job. Really nice job.
Yeah. I'm sure he's done a load of others as well. I'm trying to think back to what liveries that he did. I remember one of them was the Benetton, the 95 Benetton F1 livery, and that was really smart. I think he did that too. But he's quite a good designer making cars. And also we still got Marvelous as well. Marvelous does a marvellous job of making these liveries. Hope he's doing all right because he's been a little bit quiet as well in the ARC chat. Mind you, so have I actually, to be fair. Oh, there's Danik going off at turn 6 again. That infamous turn 6, and he's lost it. Yeah, so the P1s will start on the mediums, and the GTCs will probably go soft as well.
Grinnell is starting on softs.
Slimmy Cam's on mediums.
Slimmy is starting on mediums.
Okay then, so quite different strategies then for some guys then. Metcalf on Slimmy Cam, and I think who else was it as well? Baldy, I think, as well. Yeah. There we go then. So a minute to go until. Oh, Metcalf says it wasn't him for the Benetton. Oh, okay then.
Oh, okay.
I think it was someone else. Well, it must have been someone else that did it for. It's still quite a nice looking livery.
So it seems all of the P1s except Inman will be on mediums.
Oh,
Inman
really?
will be on softs. Yes.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So Inman wants to get the jump off the line, get a big enough advantage, and then see what he can do here. Mind you, he did that strategy at Lago Maggiore, I think it was, and it didn't pay off for Inman, unfortunately. So let's see if it works here tonight. So here we go then, the 8th round. The penultimate round as well for these guys, and this is how the starting grid looks in each classes then. So it'll be Inman, Rascal, Halix, Boris, Law, La Bomba and Danik. In the GTCs it's Baldy, Fonda, Fubar, Slimmy, Zanzibar, Garnell, and Metcalf. That's your 14-car lineup. 1 hour on the clock. And first of all, it will be the P1s that will get underway, followed by the GTCs, probably about 15 seconds after. So
the first lap is always a pace lap.
Pace lap, yeah. And then Inman is pretty much the safety car because he can go whenever he wants to.
Correct. There is a green zone. I need to look at the director's notes, but
yeah, the penalty bounds are just off out of turn 4, the little kink on the right, and also after just exiting turn 11, the last corner. So not a lot of penalty bounds to burn, really. So the P1's then coming in towards turn 4, and then they'll just go into one of the first of the 2 penalty bounds. But I'm quite interested to see that Inman is the only one to start on softs there. What do you think about that then? Do you think that's a brave choice? Is it a smart choice? What do you think?
I think it could pay off if he can just crank out laps consistently and get away from the pack as fast as possible. I think it might pay off for him.
And then there's a look then at the GTCs there. Baldy 1 leading the field, followed by Punda.
With that being said, though, you have to remember that the P1s do have one set of softs. They don't have 2 like the GTCs do. They have one set of softs. So after he gets rid of them, unless he's planning to stay on them for the whole 60 minutes,
I don't think that will do, to be fair. Right, let's see where the guys are at then. So they're just making their way in towards the penultimate corner, and then they'll go into double file formation.
All right, enter the stacking zone.
And of course, everyone will be on 6 gear, trying to save fuel, put the fuel mixture up to 6. And now they're going to double file formation, then into turn 11. The last of the penalty bounds just here, and Inman can go whenever he wants. And we're going to go about 58 minutes to go, so we're just waiting for Inman to get going, for the P1 class to get underway, which he is about to be going right about now.
And he is gone. We are off.
We are off then for the penultimate round of the championship, and you can see the Halleck's there going to go on the
inside. What an amazing start.
Into the inside they go, a bit of contact there. Law's already up into 3rd place. He's quite good on the opening lap.
Oh, Halleck's got a little loose right there.
Oh, Rasco had a big moment there out of there. Meanwhile, the GTCs of there just making their way into the first corner. Baldy 1 still leads the way. And it's Foodbar that's now in the 2nd place. And Thunderpig now being shoved down already, down to, I believe that's 5th place in class there. So Thunderpig went from 2nd down to 5th. And he's trying to get 4th place back there on Slimmy Cam. But bad start there for Rascal, as he's now improved the spot into 6th as he go through turn 6. They go, and up into 6th place now goes Rascal, but lost a lot of ground already.
Top drop from Fubar, already into 2nd place.
Yeah, there is Fubar. And he's also he's lost it on entry!
No!
He lost it on entry into turn 6 there!
Oh.
And the commentator's car strikes again. Lost it on entry. So here's a replay. He must have put a couple of wheels on the sandbit going in towards turn 6. Here we go. Oh, it's just on the curb there, and around he goes. And Christmas has come early for Zanzibar. He's now 2nd.
Oh man.
Slimmy Cam a little sideways on the exit of the last corner there. Oh, Thunderpig's got a penalty. Championship leader in the GTC class, Thunderpig has a penalty, so not gone well for Thunderpig, unfortunately. Meanwhile, La Bomba's up to 3rd now. And look at this mess for 5th place now. In fact, Rascal leads it then. Boris down to 6th and Danica in 7th.
There's an increasing gap between 2nd and 3rd.
There is.
Did I miss something?
What's happened? In what?
I think on the 2nd lap of the P1s, because they were really packed together for a while, and then now there's a 3-second gap, 4-second gap almost, between P3 and P2.
It must have been because Law lost the spot because he was 3rd the previous lap. And we'll just see from the lap time, see what he did at 1:11.6. So it was about like a second slower. So yeah, Law must have made just a tiny bit of mistake. Actually made the Andretti hairpin a little wide. So he's going to lose a little bit of time on the bomber. But Rascal is going to be catching. Had a bad start, fell all the way down from second down to last place. He's now working his way up through the field. He's 8 seconds behind his championship protagonist, Inman, that's leading. Meanwhile, in the GTCs, Baldy's got a second advantage over Zanzibar. Slimmy Cam in third, Garnell in fourth, and Thunderpig's got it all to do already. He's down in fifth.
I think Zanzibar might be trying to go for a move, or he's trying to set up a move. It's too early to go for a move.
Yeah, he's too far back yet, but he is on the faster tyre than Baldy, so let's see what Zanzibar can do. Runs a little wide out of 3. Oh, he's one wide in 4.
He is wide.
Now, is that going to give Slimmy Cam?
Save it. He can save it.
Yeah, back end kicked out.
But his tires are going to be dirty for a little bit.
Watch out for Slimmy Cam because he's getting closer. Zanzibar will lose a lot of momentum after that moment out of 4.
Is he going to send one up the inside? Not here.
Oh, Zanzibar hit the sausage curb and Slimmy Cam's gone off. Oh, he was going to set up a pass there. Now, the problem is where is Garnell in all of this? Where is he? Let's ride on board then with Garnell in his patriotic livery. And he's not far back now of Slimmy after that moment in turn 6.
If Garnell wants to get past Slimmy, he needs to do it sooner rather than later. He is on the soft tire right now.
And Slimmy, I think, is also on the mediums, isn't he? Yes, indeed he is. So
yes, he is.
Zanzibar getting sideways out of turn 11, the last corner. And I tell you what, Garnell looking very close now to the back of Slimmy. He is in the toe. Let's ride on board again with Garnell. It's just the problem is it's not that much of a long straightaway, though, to try and get a run going into the Andretti hairpin to make a pass. And I mean, Rascal was hugely impressed with Garnell last time we saw them race at Seca, because I think that's where he got a podium, and he did look incredibly quick around there. Meanwhile, back up front then in the P1's class there, and I think there was a change of position, I think that was.
Law has a penalty. He's going to serve this lap, I assume.
Oh, and in fact, he actually gained a spot in the third. He has to burn it in a couple of turns' time. They're just lapping Fubar, recovering from that huge moment there, and Rascal gets by. He's actually moving up into 4th place now. Now
yeah,
Law
so
has
he's
to
serving
burn
his penalty now.
Law's burned his penalty, and Rascal's now into 3rd place. Oh, this is the patience of where the P1 drivers has to get by. Because I think the leaders are also coming towards them now. So here's a look then at Inman, and he is looking at Garnell, Slimmy Cam and Zanzibar, so they're battling for 2nd place in the class. So again, these P1 drivers have to show that bit of patience to go by them.
I think they've already lapped one of the GTCs. I don't know if they've lapped 2. They're coming up. Danik is coming up on another. He's coming up on Fubar.
Yeah, Fubar, yeah. And that's at turn 10. And I think he's managed to get by him quickly there. I think, let's have a look then. Rascal, who's he catching up to? That'll be Metcalf. Gets him by. Lord really late on the brakes and nearly gets into the back of Rascal. Gets by Metcalf, no problem. And now can the bomber make his way by Metcalf, which indeed he does. And then Boris in 6th place.
Even though it's still early, it's still a good thing for all the P1s to be as close as they are right now. That means there is still some chance to gain position, lose position, fight for position.
Oh, this could be dangerous here now. Into the corkscrew they go, 3rd and 4th, close together. They've got Garnell just ahead.
Or sends one up the inside.
Oh, Rascal giving Garnell.
Oh.
Now, is this an opportunity there out of rainy curve? Not going to do it. Meanwhile, Slimmy Cam's got up really close to the back of Zanzibar, as all odds is nearly having a heart attack watching this battle for third.
The Rascal passing 2 of the GTCs right now.
Oh, this is a mess here. So too will Law in the process. So it didn't really lose them any time, and it didn't also lose any time for Zanzibar and Slimmy Cam. The Bomber trying to work his way around them. He's got by them cleanly. Meanwhile, Boris is starting to catch up now. And he gets by Zanzibar no problem at all. But he's now within a second of La Bomba now. And Danik's starting to fall away, 4.2 seconds, as he just gets by Garnell, who loses it! Garnell just lost it there!
He put two wheels just a little bit too far off.
Yeah, he did. Here's a look at a replay. And that'd be disappointing for Garnell to do that. Just the car understeered in 4. And then, and that's a hard hit in the barrier, and he's got some damage too, which will go away within 10 seconds if he keeps going. He's lost that spot. He's lost 2 places now. Thunderpig and Metcalf have gone by. But the damage should be gone by now. There we go, it just has. I tell you what, the top 2 have checked out already. Inman is absolutely flying at the minute here. 1 minute 9.493 says the fast lap of the race. He's nearly got a 4-second advantage over Alex, who has nearly got a 12-second advantage over Rascal in 3rd place. We're only just past 10 minutes.
Goodness me. I think Inman is going for the soft getaway strategy. That might be what he's doing right now. 4 seconds ahead of the leader. Or 4 seconds ahead of 2nd place. Forgive me.
Rascal and Law just continuously battle for 3rd and 4th there, and they're pulled away from the Bomber, who's having his own battle with the newcomer Boris. Let's ride aboard then with Boris. Out of turn 6, and he goes off at turn 6! Keeps it going, but he's lost a lot of time. Danik is not too far back, 3.5 seconds, so problem there for Boris. Meanwhile, back up front then, the leaders of the GTC class there. Baldy has now a 4-second advantage now over Zanzibar, who's started to stretch his legs away from Slimmy Cam, 1.5 seconds. And you've got Thunderpig there, who had that bad first lap and also paid the penalty. And to my calculations, he is about 7 seconds away from the leader Baldy. And you've got a huge gap there towards Metcalf and Garnell. There's a look at Metcalf then versus Garnell. Let's ride on board then and into Rainy Curve. 2 different lines they've taken there. Metcalf going for the wide entrance, Garnell going for the apex. Oh, and Metcalf runs a little wide, and Garnell goes through on the exit of turn 10. Oh, has he?
Ooh.
Yeah, Metcalf gave him room and backed off early, and Garnell, that's a position change.
He might be going for it through turn 1. Turn 3. No, he lifted off. Perhaps he's trying to work together.
Maybe just a case of trying to save fuel in the process as well. Right then, meanwhile, leaders are going to be coming through to lap the GTC class cars yet again. And Inman stretching again, doing consistent 1 minute 10-second laps here. And now he's going to catch up with Fubar. The gap growing, but the problem is he going to get Fubar right in the 5th corner? Just about gets through. Now he's going to face up with Garnell and Metcalf. And here we go then into the corkscrew. Now he's been stuck behind Metcalf and Garnell into Rainy Curve. And Metcalf moves out the way. Again, the GTC drivers don't necessarily need to move out of the way. They're going to just weave them through traffic.
It's almost like they're standing still.
Yeah, standing still, yeah. Lost a couple of attempts on Alex. Alex has closed the gap. And this will be the perfect time for Alex to get by them, as he nearly loses the rear on the exit. Just look how quick he just goes by his little GTC cars, though. This Alex.
Almost 180 miles an hour just down the straight alone.
Yeah.
GTCs are struggling to do 120.
Henry battle for 2nd place in the GTC class is going on now. Slimmy Cam's gained a lot now on Zanzibar. Oh, he just clips he hits the sausage curb at turn 6, but keeps all 4 wheels on the tarmac. And look who's also lurking behind them. You got Thunderpig.
Oh. Thunderpig will be hoping that they start fighting a lot more and more. And then he could just swoop by and say, thank you very much.
Oh, Slimmy Cam running a little wide out of Randy Kev, but half a second penalty for Zanzibar.
And is he going to send one? He's...
Yeah, he did send it, but he's going to have to finish the penalty off here at turn 11, so he's going to lose another spot. So that's him down to 4th place now. Zanzibar down to 4th, and Thunderpig recovering from the first lap incident that he had and the penalty, and he's now into 3rd place overall in the GTC class. Now where is Hallex? There he is, not too far back then. So this is going to be a problem here because this is the tight and twisty section. So Hallex has got to show a lot of that patience here. Oh, Slimmy Cam looks like he's gone off. Slimmy Cam's gone off.
Oh no.
Now is that given?
Oh, he's still going straight though. Oh, he's good. He's good. But his tires are very, very dirty.
Yeah, and Thunderpig did the crisscross, and now that's him up to 2nd place now. Now can Zanzibar make an effort to, opportunistically make a pass there? Nice. Too far back now. Nice if he goes really late breaking into the corkscrew.
Let's see what Hallex can do.
Oh,
gets to very easily.
Oh. Slimmy losing the rear, entering the corkscrew. Oh, Zanzibar making a look on the inside of turn 10. Didn't do it there. But this is an intriguing battle then for 2nd place in the GTC class. And just in the background, you'll see Rascal is catching them lot. And there is Law in 4th place. Got themselves nearly
just a second behind.
Yeah, 2nd behind is Law to Rascal. Then they are nearly 7 seconds ahead of La Bomba, who is still being hunted down by Boris, who was just about in the slipstream.
Danik passing a GT Garnell right now.
He's just making his way towards the Andretti hairpin.
Slimmy Cam's trying to go for a move on a Thunderpig again, it looks like. Trying to set up a move, but there are traffic.
Yeah, and there comes Rascal, and Rascal's going to help up, and there's contact. Oh, and that's...
Oh, no!
Oh, it was a domino effect.
Slimmy Cam has been hit off the road.
Yeah, by Zanzibar, and I don't know, but I think Rascal braked quite early, and I don't think Rascal braked early. I think it was just Slimmy Cam put on the brakes, and Zanzibar
has a 1.5 second penalty.
Oh, no, it was Law. My apologies, it was Law. Law got into the back of Slimmy. My apology. Yeah, it was Law. He just mistimed it. And he's got a half a second penalty, like you said. My apologies there to Zanzibar. I thought it was him, but no, it was Law that got the penalty. I mean, it was Law that went into the back of Slimmy Cam. In fact, Slimmy Cam's left the room because of it.
Oh, man.
And again, that's the problem again. The P1 drivers have to show patience, and I think Law hugely mistimed it. I think he's going to go back in the booth with me after next week now after that.
Oh my goodness, how just gets past very easily, no hesitation. Boris is right behind La Bomba right now though, gaining relatively quickly. He might be going for the corkscrew. Well, but there's traffic.
I'll tell you what, Matteo's days just got a lot worse now, seeing that his favourite driver's now retired, unfortunately. Now let's see what Boris can do. Is he going to set up a pass into the corkscrew?
Is he going to go for the switchback? No, he can't.
He's too far back, isn't he? Into Rady Kev. La Bomba's got a good line through there.
Following him closely, trying to stay within slipstream range.
Danik must have made a mistake because he's now 20 seconds down the road. There's his lap time, 1:27.0. Could have been at turn 6 again. Let's ride aboard then with Boris. Still equally impressive showing for this being his very first time being on the ARC service. And here he goes, lining up a pass then. Go around the outside of the Andretti hairpin.
Both cars on medium tires, but La Bomba has a lot more fuel. He's only at 50 liters.
Yeah, Boris is round about, I want to say about maybe 37% of fuel left in him, so He's obviously not fuel saving as compared to La Bomba is.
Even while fuel saving, La Bomba is still very close as they very nearly collect into each other.
Boris giving La Bomba a tap up the backside there. Now then, here we go.
Is he going to go for it? Can he go for it? Oh, bump drafting.
There was a little bump. That was a little bump. Now, was that compromised? Oh. Yeah, that might have compromised there.
Oh.
Yeah, I think Boris may have to give that position up there because he did bump La Bomba going into the corkscrew and it kind of messed up La Bomba's braking point. So I think in my terms, I think Boris may have to give that position up.
I don't think he will. I think he'll have to get a penalty after the race if he keeps going at the pace he is.
Yeah, and I know La Bomba was trying to... I don't know if Boris was going to stick the move or was that like a typical go-kart maneuver, but it was pretty much a push to pass, really.
Right.
Meanwhile, back on... And I tell you what, well, like I was saying, Baldy's still leading the way, but I know that Thunderpig is definitely... Thunderpig is catching, but I've also forgot there, Thunderpig is on the quicker tyre. He is on the softs, whereas Baldy's on the mediums. And the gap is now coming down to 3.6 seconds. And the gap will still coming down, considering that Baldy is on the slower tyres.
Baldy getting lapped now.
By Danik.
Yeah, that gap is coming down relatively quickly.
Thunderpig will be absolutely fuming after what happened the first lap and that penalty. For sure he will be. But like I said, Baldy and Thunderpig are both on different tyre strategies. Zanzibar in third, Garnell in fourth, Metcalf in third, and Fubar making an early pit stop.
Maybe he's going for the really early undercut. Maybe a new set of mediums. 75 liters of fuel. Okay.
I think... Did he have the tyre glitch there? Because... He might have had the tyre glitch there because he didn't need to go under a new set of mediums.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, they've got two sets of softs and one set of mediums, which he already used. But he's onto a new set of mediums. So I don't know if he's had the tyre glitch, that he can't change the tyres, or what. I don't know.
I think we'll have to look at lap times to figure it out.
Well, it's not the case of the lap times. You can just see it on the screen now. He's got RM, new set of medium tyres on him.
Right.
So, like I says, depending if he has had that tyre glitch where you can't change the tyres, I don't know. Danik is just about to go by and lap him anyway. So meanwhile, back up front there's a look at Inman lapping the GTC class leader. And now his advantage 8.5 seconds now over Hallex, who has a 14-second advantage over Rascal. And he's just lapping Garnell.
Oh, someone's gone off. One of the GTC's foobar's gone off.
No, that is a turn 11. And it just puts on the wheels on the tyres again, and just exactly what he did in the first lap, going into that was turn 6, wasn't it? So again, Fubar doing the same mistake.
Let's take a look at Thunderpig and Baldy one though, moving very, very fast, and that gap is now down to just over 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, you're right on board now with Thunderpig. Lap 17 for these guys. Baldy just saw Hallex quite a bit late. Guys will be roughly making a pit stop within about the next 6 minutes or so if they want to go for the one stop. And the gap you see is coming down now, 1.3, 1.2. They've got a huge advantage to Zanzibar in third, nearly 11 seconds they've got over him. And I think there was another fast car going by them that might have been, actually let's try to bother. With Boris now in 5th place. Again, it could be a little bit of doubt after that push to pass on the Bomber. Is Anziba having a bit of a quiet race now in third place? No one in front of him, no one behind him. In terms of battling wise.
Oh, has he gone past? No, not yet. He's about to.
Who's that?
Thunder Pig is closing up really quickly. He's in slipstream range of Baldy.
Last lap comparisons then 1:24.4 to Baldy compared to 1:23.4. So a full second alone in that lap. Now there's blue flags. Who's that behind? That's Rascal. And Thunderpig has been known to move out the way, but I think in this case he's not going to move out the way just to catch up to Baldy. And again, another problem is that Law's going to be coming very, very soon as well.
Yes.
Let's keep an eye on this battle then. Baldy on the mediums.
Oh, Law's gone a little wide.
And it's going to be that nasty turn 6. And he's got by the pair of them.
Nicely done.
Then. Yeah, he's got by the pair of them. Now in to that famous corkscrew. Baldy a little loose off the corner. And Thunderpig is now getting very close now. Law's got another penalty. You see just up ahead there, is that like a 310 penalty, which again he'll bear on the exit of this corner. And here we go. Is Thunderpig going to size up a pass then? Baldy's going to go defensive.
Oh.
Is he? Is he? No, he's going to gift him the
He
spot,
left the door
isn't he?
wide open.
Yeah, he's left that incredibly wide open. He's just basically gifted Thunderpig the lead.
Now he's got to try and get back past him. Sorry.
But the problem
Need to turn 4.
The problem is though is that Baldy is on the slower tyres. You can see he's pulling away. Meanwhile, Inman is the first of the P1 guys to come into the pits, and he will go on to the set of medium tyres, which his pit crew is out right now. Now, what is Hallex doing? Hallex is doing another lap.
Staying out.
So
trying to overcut.
Yeah, he's trying to go for the overcut. Yeah. Bit of a long pit lane, actually, to be fair. Here he comes.
Yeah. Off the tires on the new ones.
Rascal
is he putting fuel in?
Oh yeah, he'll definitely
putting fuel in.
Oh, he'll be putting fuel in. 32 minutes to go though. Quite early to pit then. I think maybe another 2 more laps and he could have been good enough to go in and...
So he filled up to about 95 liters, approximately.
And he comes out just in about 4th place because there comes Boris. He's just making his way towards the Andretti hairpin. So Inman will come out in 4th, but effectively he will be your net race leader when the top 3 will make their pit stop, which should be within the next 2 minutes. Now then, let's see what Hallex will do. Let's see if we can do like some sort of qualifying lap on those 1 set of mediums. And he's just making his way through the penultimate turn. It's a little wide, and no, he's going to stay out and do another lap. He's got a big advantage though to Rascal, 16 seconds he has. Law, who's been picking up penalties left, right and centre, he's now 5 seconds adrift. There's Inman now 4 seconds behind Law, but he has made his pit stop.
Only 7/10 off his fastest time. That's very impressive, these P1 cars.
Now then, Thunderpig now stretching his legs, 2.4 seconds he has now over Baldy. Here comes La Bomba just trying to lap Thunderpig, the blue GTC race leader. I tell you what, if I was Baldy, I'd pit now. I would go for the undercut and maybe come out and maybe battling ahead with Thunderpig. So if Baldy...
Let's see. I think that's what he's doing. No, he's staying out.
He's staying out. He's staying out. Yeah, that could be an... I genuinely think that could be a mistake. He should have done the undercut.
I think I myself would have reacted maybe a lap later. The latest maybe 2 laps.
No, I would have said this time by, because the fact is that he is on the slower tyre, so Thunderpig's gap is just going to grow. And you can see he's already lost 2 tenths alone in that corner, there. Anyway, we're coming down to about halfway through this race. We'll give you then a rundown of how they are all at the moment. Halleck still leads the way by the gap now, 16 seconds over Rascal. Law in third. Inman, who's the only one to get, who has made the pit stop, in fourth. Boris Boehm in fifth, but he's flashing very red, so he'll be pitted in this time by. The Bomber in sixth, who's just passed Fubar. Indeed he is there. Yeah, Boris is in the pit lane. Danik in seventh, and then leading in the GTC class you've got Thunderpig, Baldy one in second, Zanzibar in third, GW Garnell in 11th, Metcalf in 12th, and Fubar last in the class, and one unfortunate retirement, Slimmy Cam, after being heavily punted off by Law. So the Bomber's now gone up into 5th place because of Boris's pit stop.
Is this his first stop? Boris's first stop?
Yeah, but his one and only pit stop now, because they will go the rest of the way. Now then, let's see what Inman nearly loses, going off there at turn 6, where it's caused a huge problem for a lot of these drivers then. So he's catching up now onto Law. And like I said there, Inman has made his one and only stop. Law has yet to pit, and he is still closing. Law stays out. I'm quite interested
so
to see
Boris will have to get past Danik for 6th place, and then he will try and have to catch up to La Bomba for 5th.
But don't forget that Boris has made his one and only stop. So these guys, Danik and Boris there, they're just... Actually, come to think of it, is Danik being lapped? Yeah,
no,
Alex.
He's facing Boris.
No, there's saying that there's the leader, Alex, there, just making his way out of the corkscrew. So, yeah. So, Danik is now a full lap down on...
oh.
Yeah. But I think, though, Alex is definitely going to be pitting. Thunderpig comes in this time. And Alex is going for yet another lap. Now, let's see what... Oh, I think Danik is also coming as well. So, Boris now is up into 6th. So we've got 2 drivers that have made their pit stops in the P1s. It's 3 drivers, sorry. Inman, Boris and Danik. And we've had a few people in the GTC classes that have pitted in. Thunderpig, Zanzibar, I think Garnell, he's just about pitted in. And I think Baldy's also pitted as well. Now he's just going in towards the last corner. So what's the gap then between himself to Thunderpig when Thunderpig comes out? He's still putting fuel in the car. Now out he goes. Now where will Baldy be? He's just crossing the line now. This is going to be quite close actually. There's Thunderpig just ahead.
Ooh, I think he got it.
No, yeah. Thunderpig stays out ahead. And like I was saying, if he could have stayed out like that lap earlier, that lap, like I said, I think it was like lap 21 or something like that, he could have been ahead. He could have been ahead of Thunderpig. Meanwhile, the leader overall, Alex is in.
Going into the pits.
I'm guessing that Rascal he's still got some fuel in the car actually, so he can go like another 2 laps or so. Let's see what Law's fuel's like. As he's now battling with Inman, so this will be quite good now. No, in fact, Inman's gone by. Now it's just a case of how many...
I think he might be stopping this lap. Yeah, yes, he is.
Yeah, Law's in. It was just a case of how many seconds Inman lost alone to that when battling with Law. Now Rascal's making his way into the dreaded hairpin. Now where is Hallex and all that? He's putting fuel in the car, so Inman will lead the way, but now he's
Thunderpig has gone off. Thunderpig has gone off.
Oh, huge moment there, huge moment, and that must be on the exit of the corkscrew, is it?
It was, yes, it was.
Oh, he ran wide, and then he got a little tap from Danik, which that wasn't Danik's fault really, to be fair. Oh, so Thunderpig, complication there for Thunderpig, and Baldy one will take over the net race lead of the GTC class because Garnell has yet to pit yet. Now Law is stopped, I think. It looks like he is coming to retire, I think. Oh no, out he goes, sorry. He's in 5th. Now Rascal comes in, and it looks like that'll be all of... No, La Bomba's still out on the track. So Rascal was the 6th driver in the P1s to pit. La Bomba is the last of the yeah, he's the last one to pit, as well as Garnell in the GTC class, which La Bomba's about to lap.
Just he almost
about.
turned in on him right there.
And again, that's, you know, that's so perfectly fine. The P1 drivers have to find their way by the GTC drivers. Let's see what the gap is then. Hallex to Inman, 17 seconds. But now Hallex is on the quicker tyre than Inman. 25 minutes to go, 17 seconds to catch up. Do you think it's possible for Hallex to catch up to Inman?
Ooh, he would have to be putting out consistent fast laps. He would have to have a good out lap and consistent fast laps after that. But he also has to manage the tires. He can't be too hard on the tires for the first few laps. He can be fast, but he can't be too hard on the tires, because then it'll come back to haunt him later on in the stint.
Nearly lost out of turn 5, but the gap is coming down. 16 seconds now. Rascal comes out ahead of Law. 14 seconds he is now, actually, so plenty of time. And in fact, Boris Boehm could actually give Law a little bit of a hurry down. The rookie against the veteran. Let's see if Boris can find a way by Law.
Very interesting battles we've had today.
Yeah, loads of cars
the Rascal going with La Bomba right now. Nicely done, very smooth.
Oh my goodness me,
La Bomba goes in.
Yeah, La Bomba's in the pit, and I was just looking at the battle with Law, and oh, wow, Law trying to fit the eye, the needle above the lead of the GTC class. Oh, and Garnell's gone off, and now has this gifted Baldy back into the lead? Yes, indeed, he has.
It has. Let's see how these next few laps will turn out for Boris and Law. I'm very interested. I'm very interested now.
Yeah, I will be. Let's see what the rookie can do against the veteran. Keep an eye on the back, the gap between Inman and Hallex for first and second. The Rascal's pretty much clear-cut in third spot. But if Hallex needs help, you need help from the GTC drivers to hold up Inman a bit to catch up. 22 minutes to go. Yellow flag. Who's that off at turn 6 then? It's Fubar.
Oh no.
Here's a replay.
He's slowing down.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a genuine problem with him. Oh, that's an odd.
He was going at half throttle a lot of the time. I think his wheel just stopped working on him.
It could be like a malfunction or something, isn't it? Yeah, he's in third gear. He's turning in. There's a definite problem. So Fubar with a huge problem. His Metcalf is into the pits, as well as Fubar. And
Boris closing up on Law right now. Still not close enough to go for anything.
Looks like they're putting on a new set of tyres on for him as well. Garnell finally makes his pit stop now. Metcalf looks like he's just came out onto the track. Or returned to the track, sorry. But I'm wondering if this is just to retire, or is it just to put on new tyres or something, or... looks like they're not putting anything on the car, so it looks like that's a retirement there, unfortunately. So Fubar, sadly, out of this race, sadly. But let's see what the gap is. Oh, Inman stuck behind a lot of traffic there. And Hallex must have lost some time. Hallex is... he did a 1:21.1, so I think Hallex, uncharacteristically, has made a mistake. It was about, what, 14 odd?
Yeah, it was about 14, 15 seconds. Now it's down to 8.5, just a little bit over.
No, I'm saying the gap between Hallex to Inman. It was about 16, 17 seconds, and he did that 1:21. So Hallex must have went off. So maybe the strategy what Inman has done is paying off, as he's going to lap La Bomba now. Actually, speaking of which, let's see what Boris is doing. Let's ride on board with Boris. Looks like Law is starting to stretch his legs away from the rookie. Still quite an impressive showing this is for Boris. And now let's look then at the Baldy one, back into the lead of the GTC class there, but Thunderpig in second, which means, looks like he ran a little wide out the Andretti hairpin. He's going to lose a little bit of time. And the gap to Thunderpig to Zanzibar, nearly 25 seconds. There is Zanzibar just crossing the line to start another lap. 20 minutes to go until the end of this race. And it looks like Inman is going to be on course to get yet another victory and extend his championship lead come the finale at Monza. So there's a big battle going on there at the Andretti hairpin. I'm trying to see who is that. That will be Boris and Law and Garnell.
I think that might have just helped Boris a little bit. The traffic.
Yeah, traffic would have helped him there. Law's been a little bit unfortunate getting his way through traffic. Get the contact with Slippy Cam early on. But Boris is just within the slipstream of Law. I think he's just out of it now, unfortunately. I think the slipstream is about 3/4 of a second. So Boris is just a little bit out of it though, but that gap is nothing. Gap again now coming down. He's got to get some good runs coming out of these last few corners to get into the toe of Law, but Law has got Zanzibar just ahead of him, and that could prove a little bit of an issue, I think. Yes, indeed it is.
Oh yes, it has.
It has. Now this is going to allow Boris an opportunity to catch up a hell of a lot now, and here we go. Zanzibar moves well out of the way, and the battle for fourth place is reunited yet again.
Late on the brakes. Just get right up close to him, right on the gearbox. All Boris needs to do is just stay within slipstream range, and then in the last few minutes he can go for a move, and hopefully it's not too drastic, and that's fourth place right there.
He's understeered and out of the fifth corner there. Another problem as well, though, is once you get close to the back of another car, you're also fighting the turbulent air, the dirty air, which means you're going to have to put a little bit more steering input into your car. So again, and I mean, but this track as well, not having a lot of straightaways, that could be a huge disadvantage there too. Realistically, the only long straightaway you have is the start-finish straight, which is anything but straight.
Yeah. It's a very interesting how they. It's a flat path because it's a corner right after the starting line, but
yeah, it's not really that much long of a straightaway. It's only about like 10. It's only like what, a couple of seconds long, really.
Right.
Let's leave these two battles alone now. And again, Inman's advantage to Halleck still 23 seconds. So Halleck's mistake has kind of stopped the run of trying to catch up with him and maybe just trying to salvage that second place. But he's definitely upset the championship party with Inman and Rascal come Monza for their next week. Let's have a look then at the
Thunderpig lapping Metcalf.
And now we've got Lord and Boris there catching there too.
Oh. Lots of traffic.
Yeah, that's the worst place to get some traffic, is at the corkscrew. And again, Law just barely making his way through. And Boris has lost a bit of time there on Law too, because of that. There's a look then at Metcalf there. At least he's not going to actually finish guaranteed last now. It's going to be 5th place for Metcalf. So that'd be a good showing this for Metcalf. Again, there's a look then at Garnell. We ain't seen a lot of Garnell recently, but there he is in that livery, the American livery. And again, having a quiet race. 10 seconds behind Zanzibar, nearly 50 seconds ahead of Metcalf, but he is now lapped as Metcalf. Now the Baldy is just about getting a bit of grief from Boris just ahead. Has there been any drivers that impressed you so far, Lords, looking at this?
Boris is doing an excellent drive right now. in the battle with Baldy and Thunderpig, that was also really good. I think it was Thunderpig that had a penalty, had to serve it, but then he tried to get right back on it with Thunderpig, and it was just good to watch for while it lasted.
Yeah.
The gap to Boris and Law has extended to about 2.3 seconds, so this may be finishing order. I don't like to call things early, but this may be finishing order.
Just got to check on the championship points then coming into the last round. So again, the PC class is all done and dusted. The GT class is pretty much done and dusted. The GTCs, it will go down to the last round. If things stand as it is, Baldy won't be on 75. Thunderpig will be on... I can't mind exactly. I think it'll probably be about 12 points, I think, separating those two with the championship. So that'll be a battle to the death come Monza. And in terms of the the P1 class, Inman will go on to 101 and Rascal will go on to 91, I think. So there'll be like 10 points then separating come the finale next week. So that should be an absolute belter. As Inman is still struggling to get by La Bomba. La Bomba's been ahead of him for like, I don't know, like the last 3 or so-ish laps, and they're just catching up again to Baldy. La Bomba just goes by.
Almost runs into the back of him when he does it.
Yeah, nearly, yeah. And gets by Baldy, no problems. I tell you what, I think that moment from Alex has really lost the momentum because Rascal is actually catching. He's now down to 4 seconds, so we could see a battle for second place at the P1s is starting to happen.
Let's see. Rascal's on slightly fresher tires, has less fuel. So maybe you might be right. This could go down to the last few minutes. Hopefully it doesn't get too intense with extreme contact, but nevertheless it would still be great to watch.
And I mean, Rascal's quite good at doing some momentum here. We saw what he did at Spa, you know, even though like the little incidents that he had there, but then when he was into the lead of the race, he never looked back since, and that's what Rascal is pretty much good at. In terms of Alex, if he makes a mistake, he kind of loses that momentum, and you can see that gap is, you know, when we saw it was about 8 seconds. Now then, here we go. Patience going to have to be shown here with the corkscrew, trying to get by Metcalf. So he's going to lose maybe a second
lot
or
of
so.
Time.
About a second because of
6 tenths. Before Sector 2, Alex was 4.18 seconds ahead of Rascal. Now it is 4.93 at the finish line.
Yeah, that was because Rascal tried to get by Metcalf at the corkscrew again. So again, the worst part of the lap of car on the worst part of the track. Here's a look then at Zanzibar again. Looks like he's got a 3rd place guaranteed in the bag. Not unless if Garnell will say something about it. He's 10 seconds adrift. As there's a battle then now. It's Law versus I think that was. Oh no, was that? Oh no, sorry, it's La Bomba. Oh no, I'm confused now. Inman has finally got by La Bomba. Boris went a little wide actually.
Oh.
Oh no, he was battling with. Oh no, he was lapping Danik. Sorry, my bad. I thought it was Lord and Boris that were battling for position, but no, he was just lapping Danik there. Just catching up to Zanzibar and gets by him. Will Danik just get by him as well? Yes, indeed he does. But goes off in the process, unfortunately, into the kitty litter, hits the tyre barrier, and Zanzibar's back through again. And it's been a real problem here for Danik, unfortunately, but hopefully he'll do better come Monza next week if he makes it into the main event, which I hope he does, and repasses Zanzibar Rainy Curve. In fact, Sandeepa's picked up a penalty as well. So what would be that gap then? Half a second. So Garnell will close the gap just a teensy bit. Oh, Danik!
Yeah.
What did Danik do? Did he just lost the rear hugely out of the last corner? Did he put the power on a bit too early? I know, I'm just having a look here. So going into the last corner, did he go into the AstroTurf and put the power on too early? Yeah, just about.
I see.
Are you watching it as well on the stream?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Very, very, very unfortunate. I was looking, I was like, what happened? And then I see the replay, I'm like, oh, okay.
So, Danik saw him make his debut at St. Quab. Did alright there, kind of struggling here with Laguna Seca, but, I mean, let's be fair, these cars are not suited around Laguna Seca, it must be said. But still, he's doing a fine job, he's still in this race. Oh, wow, that's a new pass there on Metcalf. Pretty much shortcutting Rainy Curve. Danik there, good job. Oh, but he's got half a second penalty now because of doing that pass.
Yep.
Now then, Inman's gap to Alex has come down a little bit, 22 seconds, but it's still enough to get Inman to get his, I want to say, third win of the season, I think.
Gap to Larasco and Hallex is down to roughly 4 seconds.
Yeah, but 8 minutes to go. It's definitely doable, but Rascal's got to find that extra 4 seconds. Oh, he has to rely on Hallex making another mistake, which he has. The only problem is he's in clean air, so he could probably pull that gap away. So too is Rascal. But Rascal can't be doing mistakes like that, so otherwise the gap will increase. Law in fourth still, 8.2 seconds now he has over Boris. The Bomber in sixth and is lapped, and he's trying to get by Metcalf. Makes a bit of contact, I think, with Metcalf as well in the process. He gets by him now. Still leading in the GTC class is the Baldy one. 5.8 seconds the advantage now over Thunderbig. Zanzibar now, the gap down with Zanzibar to Gurnell is 6.5 seconds now. With Zanzibar's half a second penalty that he picked up a couple of laps ago. There it is, car now, and he's got Hallex just behind him into the corkscrew. They go. Looking at the back now at Garnell, and there you can see Hallex. So 2 retirements then in this race. Unfortunately, Fubar pitted in because of some problem with the wheel. We're guessing like a malfunction. And Slimmy Cam, unfortunately, out of the race very early on because of the big accident with Law. But who's that catching up then? It's Rascal now catching up to Garnell. Sounded like Garnell had a bit of a missed gear there.
Earlier I had mentioned the speed difference between the GTCs and the P1s. Just going off to from the start line to the braking point, the GTCs stop at about 140 miles an hour. P1s are doing roughly almost 180 miles an hour. This shows you how much of a difference these cars are in performance. Oh, and then there's someone off. I think that was...
That's Rainy Kev. Rainy Kev, that is. Who is that?
That is Danik.
Oh,
Danik. No!
What happened there? We're gonna. Here's a replay. Gets the power on too early yet again. Slams into the barrier. And then what happened here? Who did he get into?
He got into, I think it was La Bomba.
Oh, he just unghosted. Oh, that's a bit of a dangerous coming back on the track there. That might be a bit of a penalty there for Danik. Yeah, that could be a bit of a penalty for Danik coming on quite dangerously. Oh, and I think he nearly got into...
Oh, wait a minute.
What's he doing?
What the...
What was Danik
doing there? Interesting.
Yeah, here's a look there. He's just putting a block on Hallex. Oh, no, he just lost the rear. He lost the rear because he hit the gravel trap. And, I mean, the visibility... I don't know if Danik has it on, like, the cockpit camera, but the visibility is not great in there, so I don't know if he didn't expect Hallex there to pass him on the inside. Hallex was committed to pass him on the inside, but Danik didn't see that coming there.
gap to
Oh, he's off again!
Oh no!
Danik off again!
Oh.
Oh, that's a real baptism of fire here for Danik, unfortunately. Oh, problems there, and that just capitulates what's been a miserable race here for Danik, unfortunately.
Good news for Alex, though. I mean, Rascal, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's gained a
that
second.
Gap is now down to under 3 seconds.
Definitely is. It's right on board of him. And Rascal can smell blood there with that problem where Alex did on there, with Alex and Danik a lap ago. In fact, Danik has gone into the pits. Has he called it quits as well? I mean, he's good enough to go to the finish, but has Danik called it quits as well? Well, we'll keep an eye out on there. But meanwhile, the leader then, 20 seconds he has over Alex. But there could be a battle for second place brewing. Hopefully within the next 3 or so-ish minutes here.
He is changing onto a second set of mediums.
No, he's on soft. Which he already has used. So that's a bit of a no-no from Danik here. So Danik has had a nightmare a couple of laps. Because he already used a set of softs in the first stint.
Right.
And as the P1s go, you only have to use a set of softs once. So Danik could be in a bit of bother here with the stewards.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, this traffic.
La Bomba.
Traffic with Alex
and Inman. I mean, sorry, oh, and up into second now.
He's gone past.
He's gone by. Now, what happened here?
The fight is on.
Alex is off. Alex went off at Rainy Curve. Now, was that to do with the traffic with Thunderpig? It might have done.
It was traffic.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. Yeah, he got
I think he might have went off at the... Right, just after the cross curve, Rainy Curve.
No, he went off at Rainy Curve because he tried to get by Thunderpig around the outside. And that's gifted second place to Rascal.
This fight just isn't over yet. 7/10 behind Alex. 3 minutes to go on the clock. Both on soft tires.
Alex has done 2 mistakes there in his second stint in this pit stop.
I think that might have just gifted him the win. Gifted Rascal the win.
Not win. The second place.
Second place.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a win for him. Who knows?
Oh, will be. Yeah. I mean, considering, Rascal did start second in the race, fell back to last in the class on the opening lap, and has worked his way through the field. And seeing there, Alex going off at Rainy Curve a lap ago, and Rascal says, "Thank you very much. I'll take that position."
Now it's all down to who can hold their nerve for these last 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Riding on board with Alex. He's going to be trying everything he can to get back into second place.
This is exactly what happened at Laguna for Rascal. He was down for the majority of the time, like about 4th or 5th and what have you. And then he managed to get, I think it was like a second place finisher because of unfortunate situations to drivers that were ahead. And he is starting to pull away from Alex now, nearly 1.5 seconds there.
Goodness me. I think he's got this. I think he has a secured P2.
Yes, a definite P2 if he can hold on there. And I mean, it's like I was saying, if Alex makes a mistake, it loses a bunch of momentum.
Oh.
And Rascal's always good at keeping his momentum there. As we're looking again at Danik here. Nearly going off at that infamous turn 6. I think it's more infamous in the corkscrew now. Meanwhile, the the GTC class there, they'll be going to have at least one more lap. This will be the last lap for the GTC class there, as the Baldy one is trying to unlap himself from law. So this will be the last lap then for the GTCs. Enman will have at least one more lap left. I don't know about, I think this also Rascal could be good enough to do one more lap. I'm not too sure about Alex though, but this will be the last lap for Law, all the way back from Law, Boris, La Bomba and Danik at least. "30 seconds to go now."
Oh, he's gotten loose. Inman almost lost it on the main straight.
And he's lost a lot of time there. Look at that, a 1:17.3 that last lap, the previous lap. But I mean, he's still got 12 seconds in the bag. There's 9 seconds to go. So let's have a look then. Who is going to be the first to cross the line? It probably will be... I don't know who that is. Who's that just crossing the line now? Oh, it's Garnell.
It is Garnell.
So Garnell crosses the line first, but overall 4th in the GTC class there. So good going now from Garnell.
Law comes 4th.
Yeah, Law will finish the line 4th. Boris will come in 5th. And then there's the Bomber crosses the line in 6th place. Danik has crossed the line in 7th. And now we wait for the winner of the GTC class. Baldy One takes yet another victory. The winning margin though is about 2.8 seconds there. So well done to Baldy on yet another win. Thunderpig, good effort that there. Was 2nd, fell down to about last or so. Got a penalty, worked his way up to Verlieden, and then must have been a
coming through turn 11 now.
Oh, here we go, and here comes Inman, yet another win to extend the championship lead come the finale at Monza.
Ran out of fuel just at the end.
Pretty much has.
Wait a minute,
yeah.
the Rascal...
Yeah, Rascal still got 2nd. Alex will cross the line 3rd. So there goes Rascal. He'll take 2nd. Alex will finish in 3rd. And who else are we waiting for? We're waiting for Zanzibar to cross the line.
will finish. And then Metcalf.
And then we'll wait for Metcalf, who's just making his way out of the last corner. Oh, he's lagging like hell. And here he comes then, flashes the lights there, and he will finish 5th overall in the GTC class there. So there you go. What a pretty much a race of attrition with all these drivers out there. What did you think about that then, all loss?
It was very eventful. Like I said earlier, this track is not easy. If you go off even in the slightest, if you can't control it, you're probably gonna lose a lot of time, as we've seen with so many drivers today. Especially with Alex. Unfortunate for him, he was trying to lap a GT car and ended up he lost it, and that gifted the Rascal P2.
Yeah, again, like I said, uncharacteristic mistake for Alex to do that, though. But, you know, he's not racing for the championship. He's just there to make the numbers up. It's still a fair place, though, for Alex. It's still good going. Law in 4th. Again, the problem with Slimmy Cam early on in the race, he could be a little bit docked under that. Boris Boehm, he could be under threat with that 5th. Well, I mean, there was a huge enough gap between him and La Bomba, even though he did do a push to pass at La Bomba at the corkscrew. Danik had his own problems, and again, an 7th place overall. But what about that? I mean, Baldy One just kept a cool head, didn't he? You know, even though he lost the position, didn't really defend.
Amazing drive.
He didn't really defend to let Thunderpig go by. So stuff happened, you know, in front of him with what happened to Thunderpig, and took advantage of it and got yet another win.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was Thunderpig who had been spun on the opening lap, and
no, it
should
was,
be as close
Fubar.
as it was Fubar. Sorry,
yeah, it was Fubar.
Fubar, he spun on the opening lap, and then he was up into 2nd for a little bit, and then he had to retire with the controller wheel issue. Unfortunate, really unfortunate. I was looking forward to seeing more of him.
Yeah, it was a shame there. So here's a look then at the unofficial results there. Inman with yet another win, Rascal with yet another 2nd, Alex in 3rd, Law in 4th, Boris 5th, La Bomba 6th, and Danik last of the P1s there. Baldy One with yet another win in the GTCs. Thunderbig 2nd, Zanzibar gets a podium finish in 3rd, Garnell 4th, Metcalf in 5th, and Fubar, as you said, there must have been some malfunction with the controller, the pad, or the wheel, sorry, and that 14th place was supposed to be Slimmy Cam. So there you go then. That has been the penultimate round of the ARC ALMS series. We cannot wait for Monza, definitely. But also give some love in the chat to All Oz. It's his first time commentating, so hopefully give him some love in the chat or even in the ALMS chat as well. There's Lars just left the room there. So yeah, we'll call that a night then. So that has been, like I says, the ARC race at Laguna Seca. We'll see you again next week for the finale at Monza, and hopefully we'll get to see all us also on the stream as well. So
yes,
until then,
I'll be trying. I will be racing there. So until then,
yeah, until then, we'll see you next week for the finale.